as long as people think Bitcoin is money or a financial asset, then you've got a world full of people in the finance industry, and they make a living going through a set of very inefficient motions that are no longer necessary or relevant. And so it's very difficult for people to think themselves out of a job, right? It's against human nature, right? So if you make a lot of money by doing something which has just been digitally transformed away, then it's not in your best interest to figure it out. And everybody generally has a set of natural biases. So it's easier for an outsider with no vested interest, no skin in the game, to walk in because they're not looking at deconstructing their life's work. That's why, oftentimes, it's an outsider like Tesla that walks into the auto industry, or if you're an architect and you've made your name by creating masonry structures for 30 years and then steel comes along, your first reaction is that's ugly, it'll be dangerous, it's probably going to kill somebody. Yeah, it's very easy to come up with a lot of reasons to dismiss it, and it's aligned with your economic interest, and it's also aligned with your information set. And if it takes you 100 hours to figure out that you can do a new type of building, and then if you're going to have to go through a decade of risk and uncertainty if you enter into that business, it's pretty difficult for the incumbents. So most of the incumbents that reject this, they have a vested interest and an economic interest in not embracing it.
Hello and welcome to Money Talks. In today's video, Michael Saylor, who is a popular Bitcoin evangelist and a CEO of software firm MicroStrategy, breaks down the complexities of how Bitcoin will exist in the future and the problems that Bitcoin solves. Make sure to stick around to the end of this video where Michael Saylor explains Bitcoin's role as a digital energy and how it has evolved the entire cyberspace. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notifications. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right into the video.
I fully expect, Bitcoin will be doing its Bitcoin thing in the year 2140 when it stops issuing coins to miners. And I don't know why it wouldn't be doing the same thing and affecting the protocol in 2240 and 2340 and 2440. So I think that there are interesting things to be built on top of it, but they're much better built on top of a Lightning protocol where Bitcoin is the gas.
Bitcoin price has rallied nearly 18% since the July 26 lows at $20,690. The peer-to-peer digital currency is on a steep incline, aiming for a new monthly high at $24,130. Calling an end to the uptrend will be challenging as the rally does not look like a clear impulse wave since the 18,900 lows on July 13th. Still, Elliott wave theory has shown in the past that choppy 1-2-1-2 patterns can lead to surging bull runs.
Can I say one more thing, by the way?
Yeah.
There is a lot of confusion in the entire crypto community about what I mean when I say digital energy and whether Bitcoin is digital energy. And you just see people trolling me all the time saying, it's not energy, blah, blah, blah. You don't understand. And I don't really want to get in debates on Twitter, right? Because you're not going to change somebody's mind about some deep idea in 280 characters. So you just go to irritate people. But I think it's worthwhile just for us to focus upon this issue of what does it mean to be digital.
Bitcoin price can still rally as high as 30,000. The bullish scenario is an unfavorable narrative based on the unclear technicals, but still a valid reason for explaining a future moonshot impulse wave in retrospect. Don't sleep on Bitcoin price. It can still rally higher under erratic behavior. The first targets lie in the mid 28,000 zone. For traders looking to take risk, the trade is justifiable. If this is the beginning of wave 3, then Bitcoin price must not breach below 20,690 under any circumstance. If 20,690 is breached, the Bitcoin price could see a fall towards 16,200, resulting in a 30% decrease in current market value.
when I think of and refer to Bitcoin as digital energy, what I mean is you can literally transform any form of energy, and people need to think more broadly. Oil is energy, natural gas is energy, electricity is energy, money is energy, euros, yen, yuan are energy, food is energy, work is energy, water in a dam upstream is energy. They're all energy, and you transform them into different types of energy. Eventually you'll probably flip through a political energy we call fiat currency, and then you'll convert that. These are heat exchanges or energy exchanges, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're just transforming one type of energy to another. What is vibration? Vibration literally is the transformation of energy from one form to another form, right? Like pendulum, this is potential energy, this is kinetic energy.
Yeah.
Potential kinetic. It's continually with a sine wave vibrating, just like that guitar is vibrating. Potential energy to kinetic energy. When you're vibrating energy between the dollar and the Bitcoin and back to the dollar and into electricity and back to the Bitcoin, you're just vibrating it, and you've got a little bit of energy loss, but not that much. And if there's not very much energy loss, you get a resonating frequency. You strike something and it'll actually hum, right, forever, right, a long, long time.
Digital assets seem almost entirely beholden to macro factors at this point, and while factors within crypto itself, like the failure of hedge fund Three Arrows Capital or a regulatory probe into exchange Coinbase Global, have influenced prices, and the correlation between digital assets and stocks reigns supreme.
Yeah, you could definitely characterize it as a virus, and you could characterize it as something more sophisticated than a virus too, depending upon your sentiments. But it definitely does. It does have the elements of a life form that is evolving, and as you attach other applications to it, right? The miners are an instantiation of Bitcoin, and they move almost like specialized cells, right? And Bitcoin hodlers are another form of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin exchanges are another form, and then Bitcoin applications are another form, and as you build layers of applications on top, right? They're all life forms, different cells, different organisms, and they're living and they're dying, they're coming and they're going all the time, right?
And it becomes more complex.
So that's it. It is one of the great viral technologies, truly viral, and you could characterize it and think of it as life in cyberspace. It is cyber life. It's like all these creatures, right? You've got a relationship with a Bitcoin miner in a country you've never been to that you'll never meet, and yet they're part of the system. Sometimes I think of Bitcoin miners as the skin, just like your skin is part of your immune system. It's like if you scrape some off, it hurts bad, but it's the first line of defense. So, a Bitcoin miner will get attacked by this nation state, or they'll get their electricity jacked up by that one. That's not unlike you putting your hand on a hot stove. The power company doubled the cost of my electricity. It's like, I touched a hot stove, it hurt. What are you going to do next? You're going to go find a power company you can trust. Well, I was minding my own business, and an earthquake hit, and and the skillet fell off the stove and burned me. Well, it's just accident, nothing you could do about it.
Yeah.
What's the solution? Well, the human race has got more than one person in a kitchen at any given time. So hopefully not all of us, get hit by the earthquake in the same place. We're decentralized, and life goes on.
So, how do you think Bitcoin will exist in the future? Tell us in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video, and thanks so much for watching.